Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. It's Riley, and today I'm going to be going over how to properly set up and break down for a tattoo. Alright, so we're going to first start off with a fresh pair of gloves, and we are going to pre-clean our area. I am using some Cavicide and some paper towels, and I'm just going to fully wipe down my station, making sure to get those edges really good. Even go around the bottom a little bit. And it doesn't matter if it's still wet at this point, because this is going to be our base for everything else. And it helps our saran wrap stick better. Alright, and I'm just going to take some Cling Seal clear food wrap. I just get this on Amazon or at Walmart. It's pretty inexpensive, and you're going to use a lot of this throughout your tattoo journey, so feel free to buy in bulk. And I'm just going to fully cover my tray, and you're going to want a lot around the edges so that you can kind of tuck it. That way, if you ever have to grab, you have a lot of extra coverage. Alright, the second thing you're going to want to do is get some dental bibs. I'm going to use just like this black dental bib. It's really standard. So this is just a standard bottle bag. I use black ones. And this is my green soap container. And all I'm going to do is I'm going to put this bottle into the bottle bag. And I'm just going to put this off to the side. And usually I use alcohol and green soap, so I'm going to prep my alcohol bottle as well. So I have both of those on there ready to go. Put down a little bit of ointment onto my tray. This is what's going to hold down my ink caps. And I'm just going to be using a little thing of A&D ointment, nothing super crazy. I do usually use a Glide, but I'm running low on it, so I didn't want to use my nice Glide for this demonstration. And these are just standard medium-sized ink caps. I'm just going to set down a couple of them. And I use a little bit of Glide on the bottom of them just so that they stick down and they don't go anywhere. Because if you accidentally tip into them, you don't want that ink going all over the place. I usually put my power supply down at the back corner here. You can wrap your power supply if you so choose to. I usually don't touch my power supply throughout the process. So I usually don't wrap it. So this is my machine. I use these pin bags to wrap it. It's a little bit bigger than my actual machine, and that's good because we do need that overhang. So I'm going to go ahead and put my machine in the bag. And you can see this one has a hole on it. So I want to kind of line it up to the best of my ability with that hole there. And I am going to grab my adhesive wrap. So you're going to start off with wrapping it around that top part, and again it's lined up right there. And what I like to do is you want it pretty tight, especially on that first roundabout, and I like to go up and down, up and down, up and down, up and down, and you'll kind of go around until you get the thickness that you want. I usually do a thinner base, but as you can see, you can still poke that needle in there, and it is fully sealed around the edges, so no ink is going to be getting down in there. Next up, I have my clip cord, and so I'm going to use just a normal clip cord cover. This one has one closed end and one open end. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take that clip cord, and this is what my clip cord looks like, and I am just going to put it down in my clip cord sleeve. You kind of have to play around with it and make sure it gets all the way down to the end. Right. Now, we are all the way down at the end, and again, this doesn't have any holes, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to take some scissors, and I am going to cut off the end of that. Alright, so I've cut off the end, and I'm just going to poke that through, and I'm just going to use some basic masking tape. This is just standard craft masking tape, nothing fancy again. And I am just going to wrap that around the edge there and fully secure it. So if I do ever have to touch this clipboard, I'm going to grab right here so everything else stays clean. And then, as you can see, whenever I'm tattooing, everything is fully covered. So if any part of this ever touches where I've tattooed, any blood splatter, anything like that, it is fully clean and ready to go. Alright, so I'm just going to add some paper towels, and that's usually what my setup looks like. Alrighty, so this is the basic setup. As you can see, our power supply is up out of the way, our machine's ready to go. Usually I'd have some needles here, ink in there, maybe a water cup for switching in between ink colors, but this is basically what you're going to look like. Alright, so you just finished your tattoo. Your dirty gloves are down in the trash, and now you have a new clean set of gloves. So keep that in mind, these are clean. I have my cabicide ready, some paper towels ready, and my gloves ready. And you are going to probably change your gloves a couple of times, so bear with me here. Alright, so clean gloves, right? I'm going to take a pinky, a single pinky, and I am going to hook onto my bottle here, and I am going to pull off the bottle bag, as you can see. And I'm just going to set this over here. So technically, right, the bottom of the bottle should be completely clean, but there may be some spray back on the top of the bottle, and we'll clean that regardless later. Alright, same pinky. We're going to grab the second bottle, pull the second bottle bag off into the trash. We're going to set that right there next to that one. Alright, same pinky again. We are going to grab the power supply. Again, if you don't have a power supply, this won't affect you. But I'm going to move the edge of my saran wrap out of the way, and I'm going to put my power supply right there on the corner so it is out of the way. Alright, now, if you have unused paper towels, unused needles, anything like that, those are still technically dirty. So imagine we have needles here. I'm going to pick them up at this point, and I am going to put them in our sharps bin. Even if they are unused needles, still they are on an unsanitary area where bloodborne pathogens have been. So we're going to throw all of those in the sharps bin, even if they're unopened. Alright, and now we have both dirty hands, and I am going to unwrap my machine. So usually I will take off my bandage first, throw that away, and I'm not going to touch my machine. I am going to hold where the wrapper is, and I'm going to hold where the clip cord is. I'm going to take the clip cord out, pull back the saran wrap again, and I'm going to drop my machine onto my tray, never touching my machine. That's very important because we don't want to make anything unsanitary. We don't have to. Alright, so machine bag in the trash. And now I have to take this tape off of my clip cord. And for the most part, I can do this without touching the actual clip cord itself. And I'm going to take it out of the bag here. You can put the clipcord wrapper on your actual tray, and I'm going to put the clipcord right where the saran wrap isn't. And now, this is the great thing about saran wrap in our little setup, is I can literally just pull the edges up. The ink caps are fully encapsulated in there, so we're having no spills. And boom, that's it. You're not going to have any spillage out into the trash can. Boom, done. Now we got dirty hands, right? We don't want to touch anything with these dirty hands, not even the bottle. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to properly take off my gloves. So as you can see here, I'm going to grab the outside of the glove and pull it off. Same thing here. Both dirty gloves off. All right, and I'm gonna get a clean set of gloves. I'm gonna take my bottle of Cabicide and I'm going to soak everything. So I'm going to fully clean my tray. I'm going to also clean my bed, my armrest, whatever the customer touched, we're going to wipe down. You can even wipe down your own personal seat as well. Your light, whatever you may have touched, you're gonna want to clean. So keep that in mind. All right, I have 2 paper towels out just in case, but I have my paper towel here. I am going to wipe down my tray just like I did with setup. I'm going to wipe down my machine. And machines like this, they come apart. You can even clean the inside here. You're never going to want to spray down inside of your machine because that's where your motor is. So I'm just going to clean the inside of this here. You can actually spray in there. They even make wipes that make it a little bit easier. If you wanted to, you can take the cloth and go in there a little bit. But again, you don't want to spray anything directly into the machine. And you can just neaten that back up. Now that's clean, we're gonna set it out of the way. All right. Again, wipe down your surface. You can wipe down your power supply. And I like to even wipe down my clip cord, even though, again, nothing should have gotten on it. It's good just to clean it anyways. All right, so our tray is now clean. That's going to be put away, and I'm also going to wipe down my bottles. So I'm just going to wipe down the tips of my bottles, make sure they're all clean. Do a good wipe down of the outside as well. And I'll set them back where they belong. Same thing with this one. There we go. And now, same thing, throw away the gloves. Thank you guys for watching my setup and breakdown tutorial. If you have any questions, comments, or concerns, feel free to drop them down below. I'd be happy to answer any questions that you have. Make sure to like and subscribe, and I'll see you next time. Bye!